There's been quite a few Marvel fans eagerly awaiting their first look at Mephisto in the MCU and what he would look like, but nobody expected him to look quite like this. And along with that, we also have our first look at the Hood and the brand new Ironheart armor. So let's talk about them. Alright guys, so I will have it linked down below. These images are still really rather blurry, and we've kind of grown accustomed to seeing our first look at Marvel Studios designs like this, with a blurry leak that's rather low quality, but if you really look at it, you can make out distinct details. So let's start with Ironheart, because that's the quickest to get out of the way. It looks like the Ironheart armor we've seen, just evolved a lot more, I guess, form to her body, and it looks a lot more streamlined and less bulky. It looks good. Next up, let's talk about the Hood. The Hood looks exactly how we saw in the set photos. The concept art here is pretty much on point. It looks literally exactly what you would expect the Hood to look like. Nothing off about it here. I think it looks good for what they're going for, and obviously in this, we're going to find out that the Hood more than likely got his powers from Mephisto, and it's not the same way as it is in the comics, which, whatever, I mean, they're doing a different thing. But now, let's talk about Mephisto, who's going to be played by Sacha Baron Cohen, aka, Borat. And, I'll be honest with you, it looks like Borat is cosplaying Lobo. And I don't know if that's good or bad. I really don't know. Now look, I get TV budgets are cheaper than films, and you gotta go in a different direction. And again, this is concept art. A lot of concept art ends up looking better in live action once you see it in motion and everything, especially something like this. But if you guys look at the three images here, out of all three, the third one is probably my favorite. The second one in the middle, it's legitimately just Lobo, and it doesn't look good at all. And the first one is kind of like a mixture of the two, which I think honestly looks all right at best. Maybe that's a good way to put it. But something about all this seems off to me. I don't know what it is. I almost feel like this is, like, to a degree, somewhat AI generated. And maybe it is. Maybe they are using AI generation now, because I already know it's kind of exploded into it, and I've seen concept art done with it, and it's kind of insane. But we already know that Mephisto is going to be in this. And a design like this, like either of these three, I wouldn't put it past them. Personally, though, I would hope they spend a little bit more time on this, because neither of the three really looks that good to me again here. Just what I'm looking at here. But again, it could be different in the final form, and we'll see when we eventually get the trailer or whatever. But so far, this leaves me skeptical. That's how I'm feeling. If this is our first impression, and again, I don't want to judge it by potential leaks or fakes, it's not a good first impression, I'll say that.